Darius Jackson stepped off the creaking yellow bus into the humid Atlanta morning, sneakers crunching gravel outside Carver High, a brick-walled stronghold tucked in one of the city's toughest corners. Chain-link fences sagged around the perimeter, graffiti streaked across weathered walls, and the air buzzed with heat and tension. At 16, Darius had seen his share of rough schools back in Chicago, but this was different. A pressure cooker, he tightened the straps on his worn backpack, the sun already warming his dark skin, and scanned the cracked courtyard. Students spilled out in every direction, shouting, laughing, posturing. But unlike Chicago's mixed streets, most of the kids here were white, and the difference hit him like a punch. This wasn't a fresh start. It was a challenge. Inside, the hall smelled of sweat, old books, and stale pizza. Lockers slammed, voices echoed. Darius kept his head down, not from fear, but strategy. He slipped into algebra and took a back seat, elbows pressing into a wobbly desk. Whispers started almost instantly. A girl with braided blonde hair gave him a once-over before whispering to her friend. A tall kid in a faded Falcons jersey sneered, "New guy thinks he's slick." Darius ignored it, his pencil scratching through equations while the teacher droned on. He'd dealt with stares before, but these were heavier, as if every glance was measuring him for a fall. Lunchtime brought a new gauntlet. The cafeteria roared with clatter and chatter. Darius picked up a tray, cold mashed potatoes, a limp burger, and searched for a seat. Every table was claimed territory, guarded by glares or laughter. He found a quiet corner, plastic chair groaning beneath him. Then, the atmosphere shifted. A pack cut through the noise like sharks. Leading them, Trent Baxter. 17, broad-shouldered, buzz-cut. His dad, Officer Baxter, was a local cop with a reputation, and that badge gave Trent an aura no one challenged. Flanking him were Liam Pierce, lean and smirking, Cole Grayson, a hulk of a junior with scarred knuckles, and Ethan Shaw, silent, cold-eyed. They stopped in front of Darius, who kept chewing as if they weren't even there. Trent stepped forward, voice carrying. Well, fresh meat from up north." Liam folded his arms. Cole cracked his knuckles. Ethan just stared. Trent nudged the table, tray rattling. "You think you're too good to talk," Trent said, breath laced with sour gum and spite. Darius slowly put down his fork and looked up, eyes flat. The word boy hung in the air, a jab as old as the South. But he didn't flinch. "Maybe he's deaf," Liam sneered. "Or just dumb," Cole added. Looming, Darius didn't move. His fingers curled into fists beneath the table. He wasn't here to start something. But he wouldn't back down either. Then, Trent flipped the tray. Potatoes hit the floor, the burger skidded into a greasy smear. "Go back north, boy." Trent spat. Laughter erupted. Whispers spread. Darius stood, calm, deliberate, brushed Trent's shoulder as he passed, and walked out. Behind him, Trent's smirk twisted into something darker. "You'll regret that," he muttered. Darius didn't need to look back. He'd seen guys like Trent before. But this wasn't just schoolyard bullying. This was a powder keg, and Darius had just lit the fuse. The next day, the buzz in the hall was louder. Darius walked with purpose, ignoring the stares. At break, Trent appeared again, swagger intact, flanked by his pack. "Still think you're untouchable?" he barked. Darius pulled his history book from his locker. Trent slammed a hand next to his head. "You don't belong here." "Move," Darius said, steady. Trent shoved him. Hard. The lockers rattled, but Darius didn't fall. Instead, he shifted, hooked Cole's ankle mid-lunge. Cole stumbled into Trent, throwing his punch wild. The locker caught it. Gasps. "Phone's out." Darius walked away. That night, someone tagged his locker with red spray paint. "Leave or die." He wiped it clean without a word. Days passed. The tension thickened. Darius walked tall, but watched his back. Then, one afternoon, he cornered Liam in the bathroom, twisted his arm, made him confess on video. The locker paint, the threats. He posted it anonymously. The school blew up. Whispers turned to nods. Fist bumps. Trent's power cracked, but retaliation came quick that a laptop appeared in Darius's backpack during a random search. "We found my laptop in your bag," Principal Hayes said flatly. Officer Baxter stood beside him, arms crossed. "That's not mine," Darius protested. "You're suspended." He left in silence. 3 days later, he returned. Whispers of thief buzzed around him. The viral video was forgotten. In gym, Trent and his crew ambushed him outside. Fists flew. Racial slurs cut deeper. But Darius fought back. Ethan caught an elbow to the jaw and dropped. Trent roared, but Darius walked away again, bloodied but unbroken. Later that night, blue lights flashed. "You're under arrest," Baxter sneered. "Assault." "They jumped me," Darius yelled. "Witnesses say you started it, boy." His mother sobbed as she posted bail. Her savings drained. Back at school, Darius tried to stay quiet. But another ambush hit him at a football game. This time with bats, older guys, faces hidden. Hired thugs. Ribs cracked. Blood spilled. Still, Darius limped home. He posted the bruises. The school rioted. Students rallied. Trent was suspended. Darius felt the tide turn. But at midnight, flames consumed their shed. A note on the mailbox. "Next time, it's you." Baxter dismissed it as kids being kids. Then came the lie. Darius snitched on a weed dealer. Fake screenshots spread. The students turned. Called him rat. Trash rained down in the cafeteria. A brick shattered his bedroom window. Darius didn't stop. He hacked Trent's phone, found texts bragging about planting the laptop. Sent them to the press. Asterisk Officer Baxter under investigation. Asterisk Trent expelled. For one breath, Darius won. Then a video arrived. His 12-year-old sister, Tiana, bound and gagged. Trent's voice. "Step back, or she's gone." Darius ran. Found her in a warehouse. Fought Ethan. Freed her. As they fled, an SUV hit them. Tiana's leg broke. Darius nearly bled out dragging her to safety, but they lived. Then Baxter, now off the force, returned with a mob. They firebombed the house. The family fled to a motel. Homeless. Broken. Yet Darius trained harder. Planted spies. Filmed Trent planting a gun in his locker. Another news leak. Trent expelled. Baxter disgraced. But the war wasn't over. Molotovs flew again. The final fire consumed their last home. Darius stood in the motel room. His sister asleep. Her cast a monument to everything lost. His mother stared at the wall, hollow-eyed. He looked down at his fists. What do you do when justice sets the match? You fight back. Not to win. To survive. To live. Because silence burns worse than fire.